right, this is episode 19. We are one away from 20.
Oh, yes.
First milestone for us. We're going to hit 20 episodes here next week. It'll be a good way to end June.
Yes, exactly. It's almost the end of the month, huh?
Speaking of June, end of June is going to end up being relatively quick here. 2 weeks away, and guess what's 2 weeks after that?
The All-Star break.
Yes, sir. MLB All-Star break will take a flight here very shortly. Yeah, the season's going quick. The whole year's going quick. So It's just absolutely crazy to me to see where we're at with it. Speaking of seeing where we're at with it, there are some teams that we got to talk about that are on the rise right now. So, I mean, it is absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
So, talking about it right now, I mean, we got... Looking at it right now, Cincinnati's
Cincinnati.
been red hot.
I was going to talk about the Cincinnati Reds.
They're
9-game winning streak.
9-1, and they swept Houston in Houston. That's something that's hard to do.
Exactly.
So that's absolutely crazy. Speaking of which, can we talk about there was a whole Votto power yesterday with some home runs. Joey Votto making his debut.
Votto, it'll be the last year?
I think he's done after this year.
Okay, well, he's going to enjoy this last year.
He decided to come back, make his season debut. He said, screw it, why not? This team looks like they're having fun. I'll come back.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
I think he went 2 for 4 yesterday, too. He had a home run and a single. Actually, the single put them ahead as well.
I saw in the somebody posted June 19 yesterday.
Yep.
And Cincinnati Reds on top on the NL Central Division.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that's going to be a part of our episode a little bit later.
Woo.
So, very excited about this one.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue with this, though. But, Cincinnati 9-1. Next team I got on the list is the San Francisco Giants. They swept the Dodgers.
Oof, and Dodgers are struggling. Well, we can talk about that later. But
yeah, well, we're going to get into that. But, yeah, Dodgers, that's for sure. They're struggling. But, yeah, Giants, they are 8-2 in their last couple games here. And, talking about those two, I have 3 more teams we're going to talk about real quick with the rising and what teams are on the rise. And you'll see the graphic, obviously. But, man, we got to talk about these numbers. I'm going to cut to this real quick and show the numbers. So, over the last 8 games, this is absolutely crazy to me to see. But they are killing it in multiple categories.
Okay.
So, I mean, Giants, 74 runs over the last 10 games. This is over the last 10 games. And obviously you're looking. Offense is killing it. They're ranked first.
Oh, my God.
The only team below them is Atlanta. And they have 72.
Yeah.
They're first in that category. They are third in hits with 102. They have 20 doubles. And they are... Where are they at? They have 72 RBIs. They're leading in that category. 13 home runs. So here's the crazy thing. They have 74 runs and 72 RBIs.
Oh, my God.
They're not just, hey, it's solo shot. Everyone's contributing. And that showed on Saturday. What was it, 12-0 against the Dodgers? Yeah. In LA.
Yeah.
That's hard to do as well. But they're not striking out a lot. They only had over the...
So the pitching is a little bit problem, little bit.
The pitching was phenomenal for them. Okay. They were good.
But they say no strikeouts too much. It was no.
Well, the batters aren't striking out too much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
80 strikeouts in 364 at bats.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the Giants are killing it, and you can say the same thing.
Do you think the Giants can take the top spot? Did they keep? Well, of course
they got to continue to be hot. But there's a team that has been a
D-backs.
Yep.
The D-backs.
And we're getting into them here in a second as well. But Cincinnati, looking at Cincinnati even, all right? Cincinnati they're not killing it in hits.
Just the pitching is very dominating.
Yeah, Cincinnati's been good. I mean, the
bullpen, I bet you, is the best key of them.
The bullpen's been good for them as well. Yeah. So over the last 10 games, the team has been hitting 327 for Cincinnati. Okay. They are... Where are we at here? They're 5th in RBIs.
Oh, my God.
57 RBIs. They have 49 runs scored. They're 5th in runs as well. So, they're not putting up crazy amounts, but like you stated, the pitching.
The pitching, yeah.
The pitching. That has been the biggest thing. 9-1. That pitching has been really good for them. They're only batting .247 as a team. Mm-hmm. And they're not slugging the ball a whole lot, but man, they're doing their thing. The other thing I forgot to mention with the Giants too, they're leading in walks. So on top of not striking out.
OPS, I bet you it was like.
Oh my god. OPS you said or OBS?
Oh, it was OPS.
OPS, yeah, it's 808 over the last 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They have 44 walks in 364 at bats and 80 strikeouts total.
Who thought about that?
They're playing small ball.
You know, they lost the run for Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
They lost the run for Aaron Judge.
But they
lost
made
the Carlos Rodon sweepstakes too.
But they have been making some good additions too. A lot of people don't realize they signed Mitch Haniger. They signed Conforto. They signed these guys and they're doing good.
They're doing good.
Sometimes spending a lot of money doesn't make you win, and that's going to show here in a minute when we look at these standings.
I know.
So I mean, it's crazy to see here, but going back real quick just to top it off, we're going to go back to that one graphic of the teams on the rise. The other three I have rounding out. I'm not going to go major in the detail because they've been doing good, but they haven't been as good as the Giants and Reds right now.
Yeah.
The Marlins, they're the third ranked for me. They've been doing pretty good.
Man, Arias, man. 5-5 yesterday. 400 batting average.
First player to 100 hits this season. I mean, that's crazy. And the Marlins are 3-7 in their last 10. And then when you look at it, you're going back to it. You have the Philadelphia Phillies. They're fourth on my list. Phillies have a 6-game winning streak. And they're 8-2 in the last 10.
I didn't keep an eye on them too much. No. But I saw the highlights and stuff.
Now, they did sweep 3 games from the Oakland A's. That helps it. Yeah. But, I mean, still, that might have been what they needed. They need to beat up on the little brother, in a sense, to get it going. And then, of course, Atlanta. They're just hammering it home on the Rockies as well. I mean, they crushed them.
They started like that early, and there's no slump for them.
Yeah, and the Braves are 8-2 as well. They're 8-2 in their last 8-2 in their last 10. So
let's talk about the worst.
You're gonna hate me for this one.
I know.
So
yeah,
let's go ahead and get in here. Number 1, I'm on this list, the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Judge back. There's no excuse. That offense ain't producing.
It just how.
And it can't be all him either. Don't get me wrong.
No. I'm just trying to say, this is you can agree or disagree with me.
Yeah.
But I think this is Brian Cashman's fault for the past 4 years. Why
spending the money?
Why you need to trade for Giancarlo Stanton?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like home run or nothing. By the way, you have the opportunity to make some trades, good trades, and you just keep those players because they're prospects. Sometimes prospects is good. Don't get me wrong.
No, don't
get me wrong. They're good, but this is happening every single year. Every single year is something new that he said. Well, we need to figure out. Well, that World Series champions contender. They're not for the past 4 or 5 years. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And this is last year. They got the same problem on the offense. And look at right now. Same situation.
And if you recall, when free agency started, what was the first thing I told you? I said, you want Aaron Judge to leave. Because why? And I hate to say it that way because, look, you have prospects ready to go. There's no room for them right now.
No.
You have all these massive contracts. Where are you going to put the money then?
No, and this is the excuse I heard from Brian Cashman, a rumor. It said, we are not making moves. That's what he said. We cannot sign good players because of Giancarlo Stanton contract. Bullshit. You signed a Garrett Cole 9-year contract.
You signed Aaron Judge.
You signed Aaron Judge for a 9-year contract. You have Aaron Hicks for 7 years.
You signed Rizzo for another 3 years.
Do you sign
But that's a big deal for him because he's 3 years. How old is he now? 38, 34, 35? Yeah, he'll be 38 by the time that's done. Is that another Aaron Hicks?
You signed DLM a no trade clause for 6 years.
That's another big one. I told you he needed to go when he was...
And then, I don't know, do you trade Gary Sanchez for Josh Donaldson?
How long ago did you guys sign DJ LeMahieu? What was it, 2-3 years ago now?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? He was 32 when he signed that contract. Yeah. And he put a no trade clause on a 32-year-old.
Yeah, that's his Brian Cashman.
The only time you ever do that...
Aaron Boone for this.
No,
I can't.
But again, the only time you can ever sign somebody to a no trade clause at that age is if it's somebody like Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, like superstars. DJ LeMahieu's been a good player for the Yankees, but he ain't no damn superstar.
Any owners
No owner's doing that other than the Yankees.
Any owners will see this catastrophe.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He will get fired from the get-go.
Yeah.
And they just give an opportunity every single year. Where he's at right now is not showing his face whatsoever.
I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off. I'm kind of laughing a little bit here on the side.
Wow.
I know some guys that we went at the baseball game. One of them's gonna be laughing at this because you're going off.
I know who that is.
He's gonna feel the exact same way.
I know who that is. This is a lot of situation that, get your shit together. Dude, you don't know how to build a roster. By the way, you say you won championships in 98. Let me tell you something. You was assistant general manager from the dynasty or the Yankees of the 90s.
Yep.
So you cannot say that you built that roster because it was the previous general manager that he passed away. Rest in peace. But by the way, you only won one championship because you know why? Because of the back in the 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, that roster was built for that GM. So the only thing I will give you credit, Brian Cashman, is for 2009. So from 2000 to 2023, only one championship. And right now, you just running your mouth that we have a lot of injuries. Seriously, a lot of injuries?
Yeah.
What happened last year? Do you not learn from last year and the year before?
And you're talking about injuries. Here's another team real quick for injuries.
And you got swept by the Red Sox too.
Yeah. In Yankee Stadium.
And it wasn't in the Fenway.
Was it Fenway? Okay.
And only scored in 3 games? Seriously? 8 runs? 8 runs? No. No excuses whatsoever. I'm sorry, I'm kind of loud, but I'm so frustrated right now.
I think we need to switch to the next team before you have an aneurysm on me at this point.
Okay.
I might be calling 911 here soon. You got a vein popping out of your head right now. Jesus. Oh my goodness! I know your frustration because my team they did not make this list in my opinion because they step up. They step up, but they also that pitching is starting to step down, and that's a big issue.
I don't get
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So moving on here before we have to call a hospital for you.
Oh, Jesus.
The Houston Astros are next up on the list. They've been dealing with injuries as well. They can't stay healthy. Their pitching has been struggling in the bullpen, but their starting pitching has been good. They've blown way too many games.
But there's no excuses about
excuse for them either.
There's a lot of Yankees fans. I'm a Yankees fan, diehard. But there's a lot of Yankees fans. Oh, Houston Astros are struggling too. I don't care what the Houston Astros
Worry about your
doing.
team. Worry about
your team.
Exactly. Next team on the list is just a little bit across the way here. The New York
Mets.
Yeah.
And by the way, Steve Cohen, is furious.
Oh yeah,
that guy is furious. He just have I don't know, it was like a podcast
or like
with John Heyman and what's the other guy's name? I forgot. It's 2 of them.
Yeah.
He said that he's frustrated with the pitching.
Yeah, I mean, you signed Verlander and first off, here's another thing. You talk about the Yankees making dumb moves, signing people like a way too far beyond reach of a contract, in my opinion. You just signed Verlander, who's what, 40?
40.
And you signed him for how long? And for how much?
3 years. It's 2 years in opt
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a player option, I think.
So, and how much is he making?
$43 million a year.
A year, yeah. Mm-hmm. Talk about stupidity. That's on Steve Cohen.
That's on you, Steve.
That's on Steve Cohen.
That's on you.
How do you think the one dude from Barstool's doing right now?
Oh my! What's his name? Frank?
Yeah.
Frank Fleming?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy! I saw on Twitter. Oh my God! He's just like I think he just broke like at least three.
He's like snapping them in half. He's over it.
The 3 glasses. He was like. The last time when the loss against the Yankees,
yep.
I think the he breaking all the glasses in pieces. But by the way, the offense are falling asleep. By the way, they killed the Astros yesterday, 11-1.
Yeah, they did.
So yes, maybe they can go back with the offense, but my God, the pitching, you need to do a better job. You got the 2 all-star pitchers from last year. Verlander and Scherzer, what you guys are doing, and it makes sense right now that the money you got the highest payroll because right now the Dodgers too are struggling too, and Yankees are one of the highest second. Well, I think Dodgers are second and Yankees are
something
third.
like that, yeah.
So
and the Mets are 3. Yeah, they're all struggling.
The 3 tops
3
of salary.
Where's Astros? Aren't the Astros in the top 5 as well?
Yeah, 39-33 right now, all of them. The record.
Yeah.
Dodgers, Yankees, Mets. I don't know. No, I'm sorry, Mets. No, Houston are 39-33 right now.
Here's the crazy thing. All 4 of those teams you just listed and 3 of the massive payrolls that are in our baseball game are on this list right here.
Wow.
I have right here.
This is
Pirates
crazy.
are going to follow it up with number 4. They're 2-8. They've been falling down from the graces of God, apparently. I mean, oh my God. One of the hottest starts in baseball.
Yeah, and you
then
just
they
collapse.
and then they fall it apart. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh, they were the best, because we obviously know that was Tampa Bay. But then you're looking at it, Dodgers, they're 4-6. They got swept by the Giants, and they're struggling against the Diamondbacks, who are currently leading that division. Mm-hmm. But I mean, these teams, they got to step it up. This is a thing I keep saying for a lot of people. I once always going after the owners about, they were always like, you got to spend the money.
Yeah.
As somebody who's from Cleveland and a Cleveland fan, I agree. You do have to spend the money. You do have to spend the money. But the biggest problem is there's sometimes you got to watch how much you spend.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
another thing.
And it's not about, look at the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
Look at the Tampa Bay Rays, how they doing. Right now, the Red Sox. The Red Sox are doing a good job. Even in last place. But it's
frustrating, isn't it?
Well, and by the way, I hate to go back with the Yankees. Brian Cashman, you can't depend on Aaron Judge every single time. You can't.
No.
You get your shit together. Put these players. I don't know. Oswaldo Cabrera, you put in the AAA, or Volpe. Unfortunately, Volpe. That was my rookie of the year this year. And
No, that was not.
Volpe. No, for me.
No, it wasn't.
No,
that
but-
was mine.
What I thought was.
No,
mine
I
too.
know who you picked, and I'm going to bring it up here in a minute.
Okay. But by the way, I think send him back to AAA. Maybe he needs some adjustments. You know.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. For American League. For American League, that was your pick. That was mine as well.
So send it back to AAA. Maybe he needs some time to to develop. Maybe some missing and timing and batting and all that. Unfortunately, right now, you guys are struggling with the offense.
Yeah.
Big time. And seriously, thank God Harrison Bader is coming back today in the lineup. But Carlos Rodon is doing, he's in Double-A right now. He's going to pitch in today for the first time. So maybe he's coming back in 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
What I heard.
All right, well, I'm glad you got all that out, because you definitely had some built-up aggression that you need to let out. That's for damn sure.
I almost broke that TV like Frank Fleming.
Except for you're a Yankee fan, not a Mets fan. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So, remember we brought up about divisions at the beginning of this. We brought up a division at the beginning of this. So we made predictions back in our second podcast.
Oh, my God.
First off, we've come a long way.
Ugh.
Long way. We made predictions on January 30th. It's only fitting that it's June 20th, and we're 10 days away from being exactly 5 months out. So why don't we take a look at where we are with our predictions, shall we? And where we are at how bad we are.
Oh,
Because,
bad.
oh my
Bad.
God, this is terrible.
Bad.
So, your predictions
Don't start.
and my predictions are going to be slightly different in some, but in a lot, they are very similar the same way. We're going to start with the NL East. So, the NL East, you had the Braves first place. Kudos to you. You're doing good right there. I had the Mets. That's I'm gonna just stop right there with that explanation. You had the Mets second though.
Oh yeah.
But at least you didn't have them first, like I did. I put the Braves second. Okay. Third, we both had similarity there. We both went with the Phillies. You got 2 right so far. I got 1. Marlins are 4th on our list for picks. They are currently second.
Oh my God.
And we got the last one right. I mean, how can you get that one wrong? The Nationals? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, kudos to you to have 2 of those right. I apparently suck at this right out the gate. So let's continue with the NL West.
Ah, shit.
This is the one where we both might just want to delete our Twitters at this point if people want to start adding us on there. We both had the Padres and Dodgers in that order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Giants are 3rd. They are currently 2nd. We picked them 3rd. They are currently 2nd. You picked the Rockies 4th. I picked the Diamondbacks 4th. You picked the Diamondbacks last, and I picked the Rockies 4th. Or excuse me.
So you won that one.
Yeah, last. I wouldn't say there's a clear winner there. I wouldn't say you don't want to talk about the NL Central because I don't want to talk about the NL Central.
No, because we already have the same picks.
I know, and we are both wrong. So we both picked the Cardinals in this order. I'm just gonna run through this one because I don't want to talk about it really. We're just gonna run through this. So Cardinals 1, Brewers 2, Cubs 3, Pirates 4, Reds 5. We pretty much damn near have a reverse order of what we picked.
Yeah.
You have the Reds first currently. That is the actual division standings. Is now the Reds. We picked them last. They're first. Brewers, we both picked second. Yay, a little round of applause for that one. At least we got that one right.
Yeah.
Cubs third. Cubs are not third. They're fourth. Pirates fourth. They are third. And then the Cardinals are in last place. And we picked the Reds. So, shall we turn the page to the AL side to see if we did any better? Because I don't think we did.
This is horrible too.
Yes, very, very.
Very.
You being a Yankee fan, you might want to suspend your Twitter for a couple days after we hear this list again.
I'm gonna mute that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute that for a couple days.
So we both picked the Yankees to go first. They are currently third.
Yeah.
Blue Jays second.
They're in fourth.
That's a head scratcher right there. Orioles third.
And second.
They're in second. We picked. Well, this is where we have a little bit of a difference.
Oh yeah.
You have the Red Sox fourth, and Tampa Bay Rays last. I had the Rays fourth and the Red Sox last. So kudos to the Red Sox for helping me out there. But oh my god, I mean, who would have thought? Arozarena, Yanni Diaz, Kevin Kiermaier. These guys are killing it. And that pitching rotation.
Oh my god.
Was it Jeffrey Springs? And then you also have Tyler
Mack.
Glass now. You have
Shane Mack.
Shane Mack. Yep. It's crazy. And then if we continue from there, why don't we go on to the AL West? You had the Mariners first.
They're in four, I think.
Yeah, they are. I had the Astros first. They are currently third. Second place, you had the Astros. I had the Mariners. Look at this. Look at the detail on the screen while we're doing this. We both have the Rangers third. We're gonna avoid Texas for a little bit in case anyone there hears this. We both have the Angels fourth. They are currently second. We didn't expect this, but Shohei Ohtani and healthy Mike Trout are killing it.
Yeah,
they're crushing it.
But not the pitching staff.
No, and of course we always get the last one correct apparently, which is the Athletics.
And I'm sorry for the Oakland A's fans.
Yeah, it's official now.
It's waiting for the owners to sign.
Yep.
If they get 23 votes?
They need like 20 of them or 23. Yeah, 2 out of 3.
If they have 23 votes to 25, I am so sorry. That's the last phase. It's to make that official.
And these owners are going to do that because it's the best way for them to make the money and help another owner out. Because not only would they like to travel to somewhere like Vegas instead of Oakland, not trying to crap on Oakland or anything, but they're expensive to be there, number one, and number two, that stadium needed to be renovated. Yeah. So they're getting a brand new one.
There's arguments between the mayor of Oakland.
Yeah.
And Rob Manfred and the owner of the Oakland A's.
Correct.
They said they just have a conversation with the government, with the mayor. So it's
a whole political thing at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So
yeah,
we cannot discuss about that. But I am so sorry. Do you see the boycott on June 13th?
Yep.
When the Tampa Bay went over there?
It was not good.
No, it was not because you know what they
did?
They
were throwing trash at the end of the game.
You know what they did? All the money for the 27,000 fans given to the charity, and the owner did that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't need it. Like kind of,
it was a slap in the fans' face.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's disrespectful.
I agree. Well, let's finish this off, shall we?
Yeah.
AL Central. You picked Cleveland.
Yeah, I did.
They're currently second.
Okay.
I picked the White Sox.
Oh, that's even worse.
They're fourth. Twins are second on your list. They are currently sitting first. I picked Cleveland second. Woo! Got one right. All right. White Sox, you picked third. I picked Twins third. Tigers sit third. Fourth, you picked the Tigers. I picked the Royals. Tigers are third. Royals are last. You picked the Royals to be last place. I picked the Tigers to be last place.
This is horrible.
This is why we still have day jobs. We can't afford to do this yet on our own.
No.
Yeah, so that's our predictions from January 30th. I mean, that's just absolutely terrible.
It is horrible. Horrible. But who thought about this? Every single team that we picked are struggling.
Yep. So real quick, the one team I want to go back to is Cleveland, and the reason I'm going back to Cleveland is because they were supposed to be on that list of on the downfall, okay, or falling down. The reason I didn't put them on the list is because it's pitching. It's not the offense. They are ranked over the last 10 games. They are ranked first in hits with 110. Only Baltimore with 106, Giants with 102. Giants with 102. Braves and Phillies at 101. Those are the only other teams above 100 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland has 20 doubles. They have 55 RBIs and 56 runs. So they are playing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they are not winning games because that bullpen has been imploding. And that's why they are not on that list for teams falling down. But if they continue on this trend and they keep losing these games, like we said, Phillies are on a 6-game winning streak. They just swept Oakland. Cleveland gets Oakland tonight, starting tonight, 3-game series.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to do that.
And if you are a big Columbus Clippers fan or a Cleveland Indians fan, Cleveland just called up their number 1 pitching prospect, Gavin Williams. He will be starting tomorrow for Cleveland due to an injury for Tristan McKenzie. So because of that, you're looking at this now as Cleveland has called up 3 of their top 4
Oh, my God.
pitching prospects.
So it will be a good luck for Cleveland,
So it'll be interesting to see if they can continue to pitch well out of the starting, because that's the way to keep the bullpen off the field.
If they call Gavin Williams, do you think Shane Bieber will be gone by the trade deadline?
No, because I don't know how Savali is going to continue to pitch right now, and Tristan McKenzie's hurt. The only way that you can get Bieber now, in my opinion, is if you give up an Anthony Hayes from like Baltimore, or Austin Hayes, and you give up 2 prospects that are higher tier.
And I think the Orioles base what they're doing right now, I think they will put the trigger.
Yeah. They're in second. They got a chance to do it, but
they can go in first place.
Yeah, they could. If they get it Bieber, they might be able to boost them up there. But we went over everything that I really had planned today. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before we end
I want to talk about directly to Mr. Brian Cashman.
Okay, and that's the end of our podcast.
Brian
you guys have
Cashman,
a good one.
get your shit together. Get your shit together. Or I'll go to New York.
You want to eat the mic anymore?
Okay. I'm just wondering. Because I'm pissed off.
I know you're pissed off. Trust me. I get it.
Pissed off. Got swept by Boston. By the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Swept.
Yeah. I got to thank Minnesota real quick before we end this. Thank you for trading away Luis Ariz. Thank you. Because he was a Cleveland killer.
This was a Twitter say, damn, Marlins. What the heck you doing? Did you trade the pitcher, one of the best pitchers, to Minnesota?
They're second best, actually. But yeah. And look what's happening.
Ariz
Now they're not complaining, are they?
No.
What place are they in again? Second? Okay, yeah. Stop complaining about the trades.
Hey,
Let stuff work out.
He could be the MVP.
He very cool. He
could be the MVP.
That will be a part of next week's. We're going to be updating our predictions and how we thought that was going to go.
I think he could be the MVP. Go over that. Keeps doing that.
We didn't expect that.
He got a cycle this year too.
Yeah. You brought up Anthony Volpe with the American League Rookie of the Year. Next week's episode, a little sneak peek. We're going to go ahead and we gave you a little bit of it. We're going to go back on our predictions and see how we did there. Because I think it's the exact same way. Oh, except for you got one person right so far. Don't spoil it.
You got the other one right.
I think I did. But we're going to get into that next week. I think I know which one you're talking about. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week. Eliza, it's great to have you back, buddy.
I have you back, man.
All right. Well, you guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.